Welcome to NM Arena. In this video, we are going to study trading in stock exchanges. There are two basic ways of trading in a stock exchange: trading on exchange floor and electronic trading. The buying and selling at the stock exchanges is not allowed to the outsiders. They have to approach the brokers who are the members of the exchange, and they can deal only through these brokers. Now let us see the procedure followed for dealing at the exchange or for trading on exchange floor. The first thing to be done is to select a broker through whom the purchase or sale is to be made. Actually, the intending investor or the seller, they have to approach their banker for this purchase. And the banks have their own brokers at the exchanges. And the banks contact their brokers for dealing on behalf of their customers. On recommendation from the bank, the client's account is opened by the broker. The bank assures the financial condition of the client. After selecting the broker, the client places an order for purchase or the sale of securities. The broker also guides the client about the type of securities to be purchased and at the proper time for this. If a client is to sell the securities, then the broker tells him about the favorable time for the sale. The broker is told to purchase shares, their number, and price to be paid. Sometimes a definite price is given on which the purchase is to be made. Sometimes the tentative price is told, and sometimes the maximum price to be paid is told. Like that, there is placing order between the client and the broker. And the broker, they will try to make the purchase as far as possible to the nearest price offered by the client. The broker is given some choice for this bargaining. The same type of choice is given to the broker for selling the securities also. And the next step is making the contract. The trading floor of the stock exchange is divided into different parts known as trading post. Different posts deal in different types of securities. The authorized clerk of the broker, they go to the concerned post and they express their intention to buy and sell the securities. That means the clerk of the broker who want to buy the securities will go and call out that he want to buy the securities at this much price. And the clerks of the brokers who want to sell the securities, they go out and cry out that they want to sell these securities at this particular price. And a deal is struck when the other party also agrees. The bargain is struck by an outcry mentioning the price and the number of securities contracted by both the clerks. The bargain is noted by both the parties in their notebooks, and the slip giving brief details of this bargain. It is put in a box for making announcement in the official price list for the purpose of publicity. And then after this, the buying and the selling brokers, they prepare notes after their mutual consent the next day. The seller is sent a selling note and the buyer is sent a buying note. The details of the securities traded are given mentioning their number, price, etc. And then comes the settlement. The spot dealings are settled there itself in full. And the selling broker hands over the transfer form and the share certificates to the buying broker after receiving the price. The settlement for ready delivery and forward contracts is done with a different procedure. Then we must understand which are the two types of settlement. The first type is settlement of ready delivery contracts. Here the settlement in different stock exchanges is done between 3 to 7 days of the transaction. If the settlement is done by giving actual delivery of securities on receiving the price, it is called liquidation in full. And the second type of settlement is forward delivery contracts. The forward delivery contracts are done for speculative purposes. Only the active and broad market securities are traded in these forward delivery contracts. The settlement of forward contracts can be done in any of the three ways, like liquidation in full. That means the securities are delivered and payment is received, or vice versa, after crossing all intermediate purchases and sales. And the second is liquidation by payment of differences. That is, here the purchases and the sale are offset at the ruling price by paying or receiving the difference amount. The securities are not delivered, but only the difference of prices contracted and the current prices are received or paid, as the case may be. And the third type is carry over to the next settlement. When the buyer does not want to settle the contract but wants to carry it to a future date, then it is called carry over. The buyer will have to pay certain amount to the seller for this concession, and the amount paid is called badla or the condago charges. The rolling settlement is an important measure to enhance the efficiency and integrity of the security market. And the SEBI has introduced the T plus 5 rolling settlement in equity market from 2001 and subsequently shortened the settlement cycle to T plus 3 and after that to T plus 2, like that. That means as per the system, the client is required to deliver the funds or the securities within 24 hours of the fulfillment of the order so that the settlement can take place. So T plus 5 means transaction day plus 5 days. Within that, they have to settle that agreement or that purchase and sale. T plus 2 means transaction day plus 2 days. Within that time, they have to settle it. And T plus 1 means transaction day plus 1 day. That means within 24 hours of the transaction, they have to settle that transaction. And the broker is required to confirm the execution of the trade in the same day, and the confirmation of the trade is sent through email on the day to the client. Apart from trading on the exchange floor, there is another type of trading called electronic trading. Due to a large number of problems in the physical trading on the exchange floor, nowadays vast computer networks are used to match the buyers and sellers rather than the human brokers. Many large institutional traders like the mutual funds, pension funds, etc., they prefer this method of trading. The individual investor can get instant confirmation of his trade in this electronic trading system. It also facilitates online investing by bringing the investor close to the market. The individual investor still needs a broker to handle his trade as he does not have a direct access to this electronic market. And the broker accesses the exchange electronic network and works on behalf of the investor. The trading at the exchange, it takes place through open electronic limit order books in which order matching is done by the trading computer. There are no market makers or specialists, and the entire process is order driven. The market orders placed by the investors are automatically matched with the best limit orders. As a result, the buyers and sellers remain anonymous. And the advantage of the electronic trading is that it brings more transparency by displaying all buying and selling orders in the trading system. All orders in the trading system need to be placed through the brokers, many of which provide online trading facility to the customers. And the individual investors, they can also take advantage of the direct market access option in which they use the trading terminals provided by the brokers for placing their orders directly into the stock market trading system. Hope you have got a basic idea regarding the methods of trading in the stock exchanges. Thank you for watching this video. For more videos, subscribe the channel.